Hey, I'm James Russell, Food Trade Coordinator for the West Virginia Food and Farm Coalition, and we're here in Dilbarton, West Virginia, Mingo County, and we're with Calvin Thompson and his Thompson's Garden. He's been doing a market garden, and we're going to let him talk a little bit about what's been going on. Calvin?
Well, first we had we didn't have a very big area to garden this year, but what we did is we wound up having a total of around 78 tomato plants, different from cherry tomatoes to regular tomatoes, and we had some corn and beans and a few other things, and we didn't have, it wasn't very big, but what we managed to do is everything that we had bought and planted, we actually sowed and had enough to pay for our initial investment with all of our plants that we got and our seeds, and it also had left over for us to get a submergible pump, since we have a creek that's close to us, and some water hose. That way we could water our garden when it got dry. We didn't have to worry so much about whether we had any rain or not on it. And we actually done pretty fair with all of our tomato plants, and we still have pepper plants that's actually producing some green peppers and some bell peppers. So we're kind of going to let them grow till the frost gets in them.
And today's date is October the 28th. If I'm correct, and he's still growing peppers. I think that's pretty awesome.
Right, and has some peas, some sugar snap peas that are still growing too.
So we're going to get up, walk over and take a look at his garden and discuss some of his gardening and let you guys see what he's got going on for his first year market garden, which I'm super proud of this guy for what he's done. So here we got our pepper plants, and we're standing in his garden. Tell me about your size, what you got going on.
Well, it's approximately about 400 square feet on it. Most of the tomato plants were down here, but we've done pulled them up since the frost. We done got one frost already here, and it pretty much took him out, so we pulled all that up. And the pepper plants, as you can see, they still got some blooms on them. There's a couple that we've had to take down. We're still getting peppers off of them and the green peppers, so we're going to let them run just as long as we can. We're probably just going to use them to put them up or to cook with or whatnot on that.
So before you took down everything, did you plant everything in the ground or did you use containers?
No, some of it was in the ground and then some of it was containers. We probably had 8 to 10 in containers, and then the rest of it was put in the ground.
Tell us a little bit about the marigolds. I see you got
marigolds. I was reading online about companion planting and looked up for what was supposed to be good to go with tomatoes, since we had so many tomato plants, and it said that marigolds was good companion plant for tomatoes, and plus it was supposed to be a deterrent for deer and I think rabbits too, if I'm not mistaken. They didn't like the smell of it, so we put some of them out. And these over here on the left was actually we got them in, they was already up, they was in containers when we got them, but the ones that's over here I actually put in as a seed, and they started from a seed, growed up from a seed. Yeah. Cool.
So when you did, we know you got your tomatoes, got your peppers. What else did you do this year that really did well for you? Was there any?
Well, the beans, we put a bunch of half-runner beans. We had them. We got, I think we sowed about 10 bushel of beans, if I'm not mistaken. And then we still had plenty that we put up. We canned and put up stuff from the beans. So we had that and the peppers. Had plenty of green onions, which I had the green onions over around in there. And then we had mixed greens that I'd put out because I like mixed greens a whole lot. And had some, I can't remember what the name of the corn was, James. It was
serendipity.
Serendipity corn.
Yeah.
And but now it didn't do all that well. We got a few off of it, but just enough to eat. It wasn't much to put up. But our biggest producer was the beans and tomatoes, and the peppers is what we got the most out of to sell.
And you basically sold, what, to 2 markets, am I correct?
Yeah, 2 markets, the Williamson Farmers Market, and then we sold to you all.
Okay. Which is the grocery market in McDowell County. Awesome. Hey, you know, I appreciate your time and thank you for letting us come out and taking a look at your farm or your garden. I really appreciate it. And y'all done a wonderful job, dude. Good job.
But next year we're going to do bigger. I'm going to go
so
bigger.
You're going to this way and just
yes, I'm going to go
extending?
more that way, extend it out that way, and maybe get the apple tree pruned down a little bit to where it produces a little bit bigger apples this year.
I forgot about the apples. I know I've even gotten some of the apples and made apple butter. One of the restaurants in McDowell County actually used your apples for apple butter last year. But we forgot to talk about your grapes. You're growing grapes, and I mean, how'd your grapes do?
The grapes done pretty good this year. I wanted to make some grape jelly and whatnot, but we just had some things going on and didn't really get to do much with them. But I got them set up to where they'll grow. Hopefully next year I'll have even more grapes and be able to have some grape jelly and stuff made out of it. And the apples, the tree does what it does every year. It's usually loaded pretty full.
Yeah, I find that amazing. The tree's 1,000,000 years old and
I know it
produces apples the way it does.
Yeah.
But anyway, Calvin, thank you, buddy. I appreciate your time.
Thank you. We appreciate you coming out.